let's see. So I think I'll cut my little introduction a little short, but today is our community day, so we get to play with some of the gremlins and critters from the tavern.
Hello, hello.
Let's see, you're very quiet, and I think I'm going to lower the music quite a bit.
It happens. It always does.
Mm-hmm. You think that playing with that mic so much you would know its quirks.
I think it's already me and not the mic anymore.
Uh-huh. So congratulations on your debut. It finally happened.
Thank you, thank you. 1 year in the making.
Mm-hmm. So tell me, how did it feel leading up to the debut? And I guess like if you were to tell, I guess new streamers in the tavern, like the pre-debut ones, what would be your recommendations and suggestions?
It was definitely nerve-wracking. Even with the date figured out, and actually even before the date was figured out, I was already panicking, trying to prepare all of the stuff that I can. That's definitely one thing that is hard for us, I think. Like being indie, we have to do our stuff, own stuff, just like what you mentioned before. And then recommendations, suggestions. I don't think you'll ever be fully prepared.
How do you say it would be different from like a thing for work, your day job?
uh, well, I guess with my case right now, since I actually really love doing this, I learned to love it, so to say, especially the crafting side of things. uh it gives you a different drive whenever you're dealing with this one, and then separating it from your day job makes it so that it's an outlet.
Mm-hmm.
So think of it as something that you would enjoy, you would like people to enjoy, so it doesn't get too tiring. And even if it does, I think to a certain level you just continue pushing on because it's something that you love.
Hmm. And in a way, leading up to your debut, what would you say you would have told your past self a little differently? Like from
uh
like a year ago, like when you first had the dream of doing this yourself.
Maybe try not to, like, even if it was 1 year in the making, try not to rush things. There were definitely some stuff that I did first, uh that I probably shouldn't have. I got this model really really fairly early, so it was just sitting in the closet for like a very long time. And then it's not that I forgot about quote unquote Vanny, but I had to do some IRL stuff, and I thought I would uh never do it or never get back to it. So I guess try to figure out what you really want to do first. Make a list of all of the things that you need to do, prioritize it, make a checklist, and so on. And then just try to enjoy the process as much as you can, because that's, I think for me, and I think for everyone as well, for most people, it's what makes it worth it.
Would you say being a perfectionist probably helped you, or was it more of a hindrance in this journey of yours?
Definitely like a double-edged sword for that one.
I could imagine.
Especially when I was making the stuff like the overlays and other things. I probably have like 10 drafts of my overlays, and then just and I think
Some
you
that will
know a
never
little
see
bit
the
about
light of
them.
day.
Yes. 10 drafts in the like packed boxes and all of that stuff, and probably a lot more things, just like the emotes that I've been making before. I did a lot, but they ended up in the trash, so
Oh
they're
no,
memories now.
you slayed them.
I
Threw them in
had
the
to.
weather, along with the alligators of Louisiana, I'm sure.
That still surprised me.
Like what?
I would probably like stop and run like as fast as I can to where I came from.
Oh my. No, now you're in the spotlight. So now you're an inspiration, not just for people in the tavern, but also for the rest of the streaming world.
That
And
remains to be seen.
oh, I'm sure it's like you kind of like rip the band-aid and now you're here. Now you get to do like your own stream schedule, your own events, your own collabs. So I'm sure it's going to be really exciting. It's be fun to see. Oh my, are you blushing?
Ah, stop it.
Oh my. So you didn't mention in your debut, like you mentioned that you were going to be a variety streamer. So how is that going to work with like I guess like long-term gameplays? What games are you going to play? What's your starting series? Like, are you going to continue playing the Mortem Assistant?
For the mortuary assistant, I'm not quite sure because earlier we had a lot of scuff in terms of like having just random, even having to restart the game. I'm not sure if that was on my end or it's like a glitch thing on its own. So I might not continue it just so it doesn't get repetitive. But I will be starting Little Nightmares. And then probably for spoopy season to like completely wrap it up. Uh, Small horror games, just quick gameplays. Maybe if I'm gonna do like a 3 hour or a 4 hour stream again,
Mm-hmm.
maybe one or two games, like a quick horror game. But like to have like a consistent game, that'll be Little Nightmares and probably Last of Us, if I'll be able to get it.
Ooh. Would that be the remake or the original Last of Us?
I'll be doing the remake instead.
Ooh. So I guess like for those short plays, you'll probably be sticking with some indie titles.
Yes. A
Ooh.
friend of mine recommended a lot of indie titles, and they're terrifying, so to say. There's gonna be a lot of screams, definitely. But I think that'll make it more fun.
Mm-hmm. We'll be ready for that scream counter of yours. So with spooky season, aside from our community days, are you planning any other collabs with other creators that you've met along the way?
That I'm not quite sure yet, but we'll see how it goes.
Oh, so TBA. Keep an eye on her Twitter.
Yes.
In fact, for anyone lurking in chat, if you haven't followed vanievermilion, let me give her a little shout out.
I'm not on Twitter as much, even though I should be. But I will be there.
I know juggling the social media is a little challenging, like how much you should be engaged and don't want to do too much. You just want to do the right balance that's meant for you.
Yeah.
And whichever social media that you use, like if you're on Instagram, if you're on Reddit, like on a regular basis, you know how it works. I guess like stick with those. You don't have to do all of them. It's like I understand it can be overwhelming.
There's like moments wherein what do you call this? I could see the retweets and the responses or reply to the tweets and then totally forget that I'm supposed to respond to them. So I just sporadically reply to everything in one go.
That's
And
okay.
then I'll be gone afterwards.
Some creators I know, like if they start a thread or something, they usually keep an eye on it for like 24 hours, maybe 48 hours at the most, and then they keep going. Like sometimes those threads like they keep going with the community that you're forming. Like people are connecting with each other. Like you
Mm-hmm.
don't have to entertain everybody. So I think that's really good. And I also have to say thank you for bringing some more people to the tavern. It was a nice surprise.
I was really happy. Yeah, I was surprised as well that some people started joining, and I'm happy that I'll be able to see them around.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure you'll be taking them under your wing a little bit,
Uh,
keeping them out of jail.
I'll try to be as responsible as I can.
Uh-huh. A gremlin being responsible, no scuff is gonna happen, right?
Even though I did end up in jail multiple times, yeah, I'm definitely responsible.
You were seeing it like from the villain's perspective, like, are they gonna have adequate amenities? Is it gonna be a comfy bed? How's the service? I'm sure you were doing it for your own independent research. And what else? What else? What else? What else? Hmm. And taking a look on your Twitch. So what happened to the VOD? Hmm.
Ah,
I guess that's what
you,
everyone's wondering. Like for our little kids in it and some other people that didn't catch it. Like hmm,
uh,
please tell what
cuff.
happened.
This cuff, won this time. I think the demon possessed my Twitch after I burned it. So I wasn't able to turn on the settings for auto record for Twitch, and then for OBS, I wasn't able to turn it on as well. So bye bye VOD. It doesn't exist anymore.
Oh no.
But you were a really lifesaver because I probably wouldn't have anything at all if you didn't clip, and you
Oh,
ended up in jail.
I did. I think it was the demon that you were messing with.
No, tell them what happened.
Um, um, um. So what you see what happened was. So yes, I was trying to do some clips and maybe I went a little overboard, but I was trying to share some of the laughter and like some of the little impromptu moments that I was getting of you getting like flustered, embarrassed, and a little bit of scuff here and there. So I wanted to share that with the many people that you had in chat. Like, can you believe that you had 14 concurrent viewers at the same time, like watching?
Mm. I was surprised also.
Mm-hmm. Um, and I'm glad that they were a lovely bunch. So I wanted to try and share some of that with them. But that bot of yours, it didn't like me sharing. I guess it was on your side. It didn't want it to be Vani Bully Day.
I was trying to protect me.
Uh-huh. So I try to get even with it. I was flipping the bot. I was doing some dad jokes, and there were
I did
some
see some flipping.
unflips. And maybe there was an angry flip at one point. I am not a vengeful kitsune, I assure you. No one disappears and gets buried in the woods, no.
I think
But
your composure faltered a little when you got jailed.
I am totally composed.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
I but I guess those little banters, we do plan on continuing that. I am going to be as silly on her channel as she is in mine. So I'm pretty sure this is going to be lovely opportunities to bounce off each other and see what else we have in store. And I guess as a little teaser, maybe during spooky season or maybe after in the month of November, we'll see. We'll see how our schedule pans out.
Mm-hmm.
We do have some collabs in mind. So I think we're going to probably alter the stories for those games and see like how they could best fit our lore a little bit. Who knows? Maybe it'll be like an alternate reality of some sort, like a little spin-off of the main lore. So we'll see.
I'm sure
And
you'll
we
have
will
some
be
love.
doing some promotions in Twitch. I mean, not promotions. promos in Twitter leading up to the event. So it'll be lovely.
Yes. Opportunity to have lots of crafting.
Hmm. I have a real hard time balancing my crafting between writing and graphic design, so I'll have to start prioritizing one or the other, see where it goes.
Fine, one step at a time.
Mm-hmm. So I think we're gonna slide over to Yukio now. You ready?
Yeah. Yes.
So we're gonna do a little tournament, and we brought a little lovely bun with us. Um, Vani's still new to the game, so we'll be gentle with her. We won't be
Please.
doing like any um, one-turn TKOs or anything like that.
You can? What? Is that a thing?
Yeah, Luna and I, we experienced players in ranked matches to like, it's literally turn 2 or turn 1. They spend 15 minutes setting up a board, and when it's finally your turn, it's your chance to play. You are done. You are shut
Ah,
down and it's over. I don't enjoy matches like that. I enjoy the power play. I enjoy going back and forth. Are you scared?
yes.
A demon being scared?